Fortnite's live event brought a massive explosion, and now we are at the end game. We're plunging straight into the Marvel Part 2 season, and what, or more importantly, who caused this event will be exposed, so watch this video until the end because it gets crazy. All of this has been foreshadowed since the very beginning of this chapter, and while we thought the story felt, a little off, let's first connect the dots for ya. It all kicked off when we stepped foot on the new island as Agent Jones paired up with an organization called the Underground, a movement led by Hope. This group was created to spy on and fight a huge crime syndicate known as the Society. Surprisingly, Hope knows them a little too well, as their co-leader Valeria is her sister. And this fight would quickly become personal for Jones too, as the Society's goals were unclear at this point. That's until they went too far, kidnapping Peely and sending a ransom note straight to Jones's door. It was at this moment their true plan was starting to unfold, as they used kidnapping to extort Jones for information. Valeria hoped he would expose the location of a mysterious artifact that she was hunting for, a box that is critical to the storyline and has influenced every single event of Chapter 5, including the one that just happened. In reality, he knew nothing about the box and threw all his resources into staging a rescue mission to get Peely back. In the meantime, Valeria wasn't relying on this plan to work out, as she began investigating the location of this box on her own. Relying on an ancient map from her and Hope's grandfather, she visits Ruin Reels, a location that has been around since ancient Greece, and begins reading up on the history of the Omniverse. Her mission is to know everything, studying the Zero Point and more. It's here where she finally discovers the ancient box, dangling in chains from the hands of a Greek titan. This tale is calling to her, as it could include the secrets of the universe, but little does she know, this is Pandora's box. It's a mythological artifact that's said to contain all the evil in the world, a box that was never meant to be open. And sadly, just like the original story, Valeria is way too curious and impatient to leave the contents a mystery, so she opens it up, releasing great misfortune on the island. The very same gods who left this artifact here are the ones it unleashes, and Zeus the king is furious about mortals ignoring his instructions to never open it. He decides they're not worthy of being around and reveals his plan to destroy all mortal kind. But this is all brewing in the background of our main story. During the commotion around Pandora's box, Jones staged his rescue mission and took the Society by surprise, freeing Peely and leaving their group in ruin. Ironically, this is where the gods were unleashed and swept down to finish the Society off, destroying them for good. We got to watch as each god took on a different member of the group, wiping them out as punishment for opening the box and stealing the Greek medallions for power. In the ruins, the Underground comes in and takes over their bases, with Hope left wondering what to do about Zeus's bloodlust. And that is when Valeria emerged from the shadows. She managed to get away from the reckoning and is starting to distance herself from the Society, becoming obsessed with knowledge rather than power. For that reason, Hope begins to forgive her, explaining this isn't how she wanted things to go, but they had no choice. As her sister, Hope can only leave her with a stern warning: do not poke around with these gods, otherwise she risks angering them even further. Hope is glad that she took on the Society, but she wasn't able to do it fast enough, now leading her to deal with a pantheon of gods who are trying to punish humanity for unleashing pure evil. However, we do have some Greeks on our side, like Medusa, who decides to fight for the mortals. While you may know her as someone who will turn anyone to stone just from looking at her, she reveals that they're actually made up stories. She's not a monster, it's a legend to make mortals fear her. Remember the age-old tale of Perseus chopping off her head? He actually saved her in this universe, and is an ally standing up to the gods with her. In fact, Zeus's own daughter Aphrodite thinks this vengeful mission to vanquish mortals, it's insane, and helps recruit more gods to her cause like Artemis. So by rallying together a ton of powerful beings, along with help from Hope and the Underground, it is war against Zeus. Immediately, we disable artifacts, which he stole from Medusa, weakening his power. Turns out Zeus had put all of his energy into these artifacts along with a crackling hourglass, except this plan would backfire massively. All we had to do was destroy this hourglass of doom and he would be vulnerable. It's here we began to take advice from a mysterious character who could see into the future, known only as the Oracle. They would help by giving us a strategy for the war, while warning of a dark prophecy involving choking dust and dark skies. And so after months of fighting, we came to the final battle against the King of the Gods. It is here where he sent out a ton of lightning strikes before we finally foil his plan, defeating Zeus for good. Except those strikes had an opposite effect. Instead of damaging us, they released a huge amount of energy, powering up Pandora's box, which had been lying dormant for months. something else was about to be unleashed from the box, a sandstorm that would cover the island in debris and summon thousands of scavengers to wreak havoc on the island. At the front of this army, a giant ship known as the Leviathan was about to be shipwrecked in the desert, led by a terrifying villain. Introducing Megalodon, the Lord of the Wasteland. With his band of marauders, he's here to raze the island to the ground. This guy is juiced up on an otherworldly substance known as nitro. Thanks to this unique armor, he can literally put this liquid into his veins to give him superpowers. Don uses this in his whole operation, even powering the Leviathan with nitro. He stepped foot on an island where the gods have fled to another realm, with Hope walking up the steps of Mount Olympus and sitting on the throne that once belonged to Zeus. Except that's when they turned on the radio to hear a terrifying transmission.
I am the voice of the wasteland. I am the stalking beast in the night, the roaming teeth in the deepest waters. I am the last thing you see before the darkness takes hold, and that sad mountain monument to the banished gods. Your only god now is me, dear ones.
Here's the thing, after plummeting into the island, the Leviathan's tank is empty, and Megalodon needs a quick way to get a top off. That's when he scouts the wasteland and discovers the Holy Grail, a nitro refinery run by the Machinist. Her career relies on digging into the sand, mining it, and creating the fuel that he so heavily needs. One of the benefits of nitro is how it can provide pure speed. When we put it in a car, it runs insanely efficient compared to gas. And when you inject it into people like Megalodon, let's just say they're pretty much unstoppable. So without it, he basically has no power, and that's why with the Machinist's help, he begins to construct a pipeline from Redline Rig directly to his ship. Now, after defeating the Society and the Pantheon of Gods, Hope can't catch a break. She's already preparing to face Megalodon too.
I've been watching Megalodon. I don't like what I see. The man's a full-blown wannabe tyrant. He wants to take the island, and he might just be strong enough.
Recruiting new soldiers like Rust, a Wastelander, and Bride Raider, whose life was ruined by the sandstorm, she begins to slowly expand the underground further. We help her collect gems belonging to Pandora's box, which were left behind after its last activation. Except every time we touch the box, nothing good comes of it, leading Jones to feel a little bit cautious. He warns Hope that she hasn't exactly been keeping out of trouble, and with Valeria's past, her family has a reputation for making things worse. After all, Jones has a lot of history with the 0 point, and searching for meaning with power like that, he knows these objects can make you lose yourself. We keep collecting Pandora gems, and Hope becomes insistent on doing this despite Jones's warnings. And it comes to the final one, hidden away in Megalodon's stash. As we steal it and put all 4 gems together, they show constellations, Hope's hat, a sword, a helmet, and the logo of Ghost from all of those years ago. Well, let's just say Don isn't taking it well.
That broken has-been named Jones, and the charlatan artist calling herself Hope. They are collecting my precious baubles, my Pandora gems, and it is irritating. Those are mine. They cannot have them. If you love me, or if you fear me, bring me their heads.
Here is where something sinister happens to Hope as she begins to have visions of a much more terrifying threat. It appears Megalodon has been guided this whole time by a character in the shadows, someone with ulterior motives.
You will not stop me. I have been assured of this by a wise friend.
These visions come with headaches as she gazes into the future, revealing a cloaked figure that is working with our villainous Lord of the Wasteland. Graffiti begins to pop up around the island as onlookers draw someone who appears to be stalking them. We spot the Wanderer on a car with Megalodon and his marauders. Now that the 4 gems are connected, the source of these headaches begins to reveal itself. The Oracle, who once gave us this prophecy of choking dust, has returned, feeding visions into Hope's brain as she begins to tell us more about this terrifying future. The Wanderer may be hiding in the shadows, but they are secretly influencing the battle, and they might not even be helping Megalodon. It appears they are only working for themselves. Their identity is a total mystery, and yet over in the snowy mountains, one man has a sneaking suspicion. Here a bunker has been sealed shut until someone tracked it down and revealed the contents inside. That man is Magneto. He's come from the Marvel Universe in search of Weapon X. He breaks him free from the bunker before looking into the Wanderer. While Magneto's appearance feels random, it's not the first time a Marvel character has suddenly arrived on the island. In the past, it was Thor and Tony Stark who rushed to Reality Zero to prepare for Galactus, who was heading straight for the 0 point. It seems the Wanderer has also set their sights on the island's mysteries, this time looking to gain control of Pandora's box. They've been using the Dawn as a distraction, while working in the shadows to track down the box and use its powers for himself. Except that's when they hear news from Bright Raider and Rust. The pipeline is completed, Megalodon's ship is starting to refuel, and his plan was now in full force. It was time for the Marauders' reckoning. It's now been confirmed the Wanderer is someone we knew all along, Dr. Doom. He's been surveying the island for quite some time, but now he has betrayed Megalodon and hijacked the Leviathan plan just to expose Pandora's box, and with it, he can now rule Reality Zero for himself. Magneto, Hope, and the Oracle are now preparing for a crucial battle to fight him, except it seems Dr. Doom is going to bring an army of his own. The Fortnite Island is about to become another battleground for Marvel characters as we try to stop Doom at any cost. Everything has revolved around Pandora's box. The curiosity of people like Valyria brought evils to this island, such as the Greek gods and the Desert of Marauders. But they are nothing compared to Dr. Doom, who will threaten the island one last time. Finally, we are at the end of 8 months of build-up, and with the latest live event, it shows how serious things are getting. That is the entire Chapter 5 story explained so far. Please support us using code T5G in the item shop if you buy the Battle Pass. It really does mean the world. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.